Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are back here on the spot. It's about to be a wild time for this podcast. As there's a lot of stuff going on, but of course, real quick, I'm one of your hosts, Easy Young.
Nat Mighty Young, y'all. Man, we
Hey,
getting
we
towards
out
the
here.
end.
Yes, sir. Oh my gosh, we got a lot of Raising Kanan to discuss here. 408, we got 409 on the way, then 10. But yeah, straight up to 408. We're gonna run through this shit. Quan gets robbed, and he just gets dropped by Marvin. It's one of those things where I like the camera how it showed the blood in the hallways. It's like what was once a illegal gambling area for Quan and his people. It's now become a wasteland of their bodies. And
Nah,
yeah,
it's crazy. No, definitely. Especially like that is a crazy way to open an episode. Like the moment the episode
to be
starts,
fair,
it's crazy.
no, to be fair, Quan had it coming, bro. He was doubling taxes. He was taxing Rock and all this stuff, making sure that she, you know what I mean, just charging her more and more. Disrespected her, saying, "I'd probably be, I'd probably be a better figure to your son than you are a dealer," or something like that. And it's like, damn, okay, GG, I guess. And Marvin obviously revealed his face, and Quan was just fucking pissed, and he gave his combination, and he just got. He gave his lock combination, and they all walked out. And
Yeah.
pretty much that's the end of Quan. So yeah, the Breeze rumors about him can go away. He is not Breeze.
No, what's crazy is with Quan, if Marvin let him walk, he definitely would have went for Rock and the whole family because he knows that was Marvin. So Marvin taking him out when he first did it, I was like, oh man, Marvin's doing all this shit. He keeps making these choices without thinking. But then I thought about it, like, okay, he might have made the right decision there. That way
No, he
Quan
was
can't
smart.
get no revenge. Yeah,
Deny
That way-
all plausibility.
he couldn't get no revenge, no nothing. That's what would have happened if he let Quan live. But yeah, so man, R.I.P. Quan.
Yeah, R.I.P. Quan, I guess. Smoking on that Quan pack. But next scene is basically a Lou and Imani just discussing their relationship and where they're at, and it's kind of rocky at the moment because Lou really isn't trying to commit too much. He's just kind of trying to be there. You know what I mean, get some poon. Pretty much it.
Yeah, that's true. I think that's what it is too. But Imani, for some reason, she's just trying to. She got attached, and then she expects for Lou to follow, but she's gonna be in for a treat.
A big treat for sure. Pause. But yeah, no, basically next episode, not episode, plot scene, we have B Rilla basically pulled up on by Kenyatta and Julius, the anonymous man who's basically next to Kenyatta, and they're just trying to rerun the same lick again, same place, same everything. And B Rilla's logical. He's like, no, you don't understand. This man's got upgraded security now. He moved the money out of the house. Ain't no robbing this fool. And they're trying to, of course, rob their record label here. Gelfin? Am I saying that right? Gelfin?
Yep, Gelson.
Yeah, and the Julius, the dude's just like, Kenyatta, I told you this man was scared. He's trying to mess with our money. It's like, bro, he's not. He's bringing logic, and you can't sometimes brings logic to street niggas. I'll be up front. So basically, they're just threatening him, saying like, yo, we're gonna make you come with us, and dude's like, bro, why? Why?
Them guys, bro, like Kenyatta, bro, he looks like somebody that's well thought. It looks like he thinks. He looks like a thinker because of how wise he is and what he's into at the bookstore. But he's just showing how he's dumb.
He's greedy. He's greedy. He's about that bag, bro. He's like, I just want the money. Like, bro, you ain't getting shit.
He doesn't think that far. Like, it's crazy how they're just thinking for the moment. Them guys, yeah, they're crash outs for sure. It's crazy. And B-Rilla, let's just be honest. B-Rilla, he's not about that. Even though he's been in jail, he's been in trouble for armed robbery. Like, he's really not. He's really sweet. He's shaky.
No, B-Rilla, like I said last time, he's definitely trying to go on the good path and try to make this legit bread. You know what I mean? Not trying to do anything criminal, get locked back up.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lou was his angel, basically. Got Gelpin to get him out of jail, basically. Got a good lawyer and shit, So, there's that.
Big facts.
Next scene, we basically have Rock just scanning, looking where Unique hangs out, trying to find out his location, his whereabouts, that kind of stuff. And she picks up on his home base, basically, at the shop. So was it the tailor shop or something like that?
It was the one where all the Jersey niggas is hanging out with too, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I forgot where, but yeah, she
I
did
think
part.
I
She
think
was
it is
taking
that.
out.
I think that's that place, that jeweler. Remember when Unique's jeweler?
Oh, in episode 5, episode 6, was that episode 5?
Yeah, the tailor, the tailor dude or whatever. Like
Yeah,
his basically is I forgot his name, but he's been there since season 1 or 2, I think, right? When he was
I
out in
remember.
Jersey last time. Yeah, yeah. I like how Power keeps their cast. You know what I mean? Even if there's kind of background, they don't just recast them. You know what I mean? They could have had someone else that looks good, but no, they kept the same dude. So respect that. But basically, Kanan at this point at this diner, and it's kind of the iconic like diner for this season, I think. But basically, letting her know that, yo, Juke, I'm gonna pull up on OC's family, see where he's at, because he's still hiding, and fucking it's still to the point of like, yo, where's OC? We can't find him, and Juke's just like, I mean, I'll pull up on his mom's because I don't want you pulling up all angry. It's gonna look better and all that stuff. And after that, Juke's trying to say you figure out who killed Fame, and Kanan just kind of nodding his head. I like how he doesn't really believe it, you know what I mean? But he's just like, think it was Rock, you know what I mean? And even Juke's just like, nah, that's stupid, you know what I mean? It's just like, nah, you can't really say that, you know. Even
That's
Juke
true.
doesn't believe it, which is fair too, because she didn't see what Kanan saw, so maybe she's just denying it completely. But basically, the next plan is at this point, you know, just pull up on OC's crib, and I was just saying this off there, you know, OC just pulling Akbar's coat like a child pulling on his dad's coat, like, yo, when's Unique coming? When's Unique coming? He's like, do I look like that motherfucker's keeper? You will wait here until he gets here.
That shit was hella funny, bro. Like OC was just like waiting around. If I was OC, I would have just took the money and left myself. Like, why would you give that shit to Unique? Why would you even help Unique?
It's the 90s, bro. How are they gonna track you?
That's what I'm saying. He could have left, took the money, but I don't know why. And he didn't have to tell Unique about the money. Like, what?
It's not even poor writing. It's just proving how stupid people are and how threatened they are easily.
Yeah, OC was really scared of fucking Unique, bro. Like, man, you telling me he couldn't just left? He could have easily left with the money. The only person he would have had to worry about was Kanan. But now, doing that, it's just, man, now just him looking for Unique, him just waiting around for him is just stupid.
No, yeah, and then basically, yeah, Unique eventually pulls up, and OC is like, yo, Unique, I gotta go, man. I'm scared. My family, you know, you want to go so bad, and Unique just clips him, and everyone in the room's kind of shocked. Akbar is kind of like, you know, shrugging. It's like, hey, I would have done it myself, type of deal. You know what I mean? He kind of had that reaction, like, shit.
Bro, it was literally crazy. Like, OC, like, he was nagging Unique a few times. He said, I gotta find somewhere to hide. I gotta get out of town. And he's asking OC questions. How does Kanan know you took the money? How does he know that? I don't know. He just knows. Don't you think it's kind of not smart for you to come in here? What if Kanan sees you?
Exactly.
And then OC
like,
didn't
why?
listen. He kept begging, like, please, like, especially with Unique, like, post, like, getting his ass beat, getting his skull, like, busted up. Like, this guy is just, like, not the same, bro. Like, he doesn't, it's like Unique if you ask me, I feel like he got dumber.
Yeah, no, definitely that brain trauma going down.
Like,
from
literally.
the beginning.
Like, just doesn't think. The Unique that we remember seasons 1 to 3, Unique was a thinker. He thought before he did shit. He wasn't reckless. He didn't move without thinking. But now this Unique, bro, it's making him heartless. And you saw what he did to OC. Like, he has no remorse for anything or anybody anymore.
Yeah, he's calculated now. He's less calculated now at this point. I like how Phil Russo kind of is that voice and reason for him, at least in some sense, to rationalize and strategize how you're gonna go forward. But basically, B-Rilla hops in Lou's ear and tells him about Kenyatta and their plan, and basically Lou just has to pull up on them and say, "Yo, dude, B-Rilla ain't about that. We just making music out here." And I'll say this, Kenyatta probably has a rep in the past, because when B-Rilla said it's the Kenyatta dude wants me to hit a lick with him, and Lou was just like, the bookstore owner? That guy?
That
You know
shit
what I mean?
was
So he must
hella funny.
so he must have some sort of recognition in terms of he's just he's like Mr. Rogers. How could he be, doing this kind of stuff? Or maybe he had a past and Lou was like, oh fuck, Kenyatta, the bookman, you know what I mean? Because maybe he had a reputation in the past, who knows? But uh, I don't know. Just one of those things that you never know about someone's character. He might be Breeze.
Nah, it's crazy, bro. That could be. It could be. And it's crazy because like Be Realer, bro, like the way he was in the studio, the way he was laying out his verse, like this guy Lou knew off the bat something was up. He knew something was wrong. So like you said, when Be Realer told him, he spilled him the story. Like Lou didn't even look like he was mad. He just looked like disappointed at how like dumb Be Realer was, like, which is good. It's a good thing that Be Realer told Lou, somebody that can help him.
No, for real. And we just got to move forward. Really, Unique and Detective Garcia at this point talk, which is a unique, pun intended, interaction. We never really thought about that. He basically just wants to know what the fuck is going on between how Ronnie was killed and why Howard's body was next to him, and Ronnie obviously being Unique's brother, but Unique just tells him like, yo, I don't know shit, 5-0. Basically, like, and to be fair, Unique kind of does know, but he doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, he actually genuinely is like, I don't know what the fuck affiliation they may have had.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, Unique was just playing it off, he was just answering the questions to the best of his ability because he really doesn't know. I mean, he would have never told Garcia anything, he's not gonna snitch, but he really couldn't give him anything.
No, yeah. When it comes down to it, it's like Unique has so really detailed information that he can provide. I mean, unless he wants to BS and just throw Rock under the bus. Like, yeah, I saw Rock clip both those niggas.
I don't put that past Unique. Like, not in terms
No,
of
but yeah, he's not a snitch though, you know what I mean? So he
Yeah.
deep down he doesn't talk to 5-0 like that. He ain't gonna say shit. Even if it was to throw Rock under the bus, remember he ain't like that. And I remember the funny part is that you Rock framed Unique for shooting Howard, for killing Howard.
Bro, that was crazy. That was back in season 1, bro. It's like, damn. Now we're in season 4. It's like, wow, and they're still going at it. It's like, damn, Rock versus Unique again.
But yeah, basically the next thing, Fees basically comes through and confirms the shipment of the products on the way. Got the village set up, got the lab set up, so now Rock is officially going to be a supplier for the people, and yeah, it's kind of good news for her. But moving forward, she doesn't really know that Kanan's basically meeting with Snaps and Pops, and I mean, at this point, basically, he's trying to figure out who the fuck killed Fame, right? He's trying to figure out who killed Fame, and the thing is, like, it's kind of like this, because Snaps and Pops have dirty cops on the payroll, and obviously the street was talking that Fame's tortured by dirty cops. In an interesting way, it was I'm trying to explain it, like that segment, in The Wire, remember that scene when Stringer asked Brother Muzone who shot him?
Yeah.
It's kind of like in that scene when Snaps and Pops, they ask Kanan, who do you think killed your friend? You know what I mean? Kind of deal. Like, they're trying to get down to it, kind of get more detail about it, and you know what I mean? You see where I'm coming from? Like, it's like asking something about your guilty being, you know what I mean? And Kanan being too young didn't pick up on that.
Yeah,
you don't ask someone who shot you, or who you, unless obviously you're law enforcement, but it's like, you don't ask someone that unless you had some affiliation or something to do with it. And obviously, spoiler alert for those of you that don't know, Stringer put Omar onto Brother Muzone, and Omar shot Brother, and Stringer knows this, but he was trying to figure out who just act like a friendly helping hand to Brother, because they're... Anyway, it's a long story, go watch The Wire, but yeah, that was the connection I got. So hopefully Kenny can kind of piece together, because in that moment, ladies and gentlemen, we find out that Snaps and Pops killed Fame. They call out Pickett and Wiley, I think, being dirty, and then basically at that point, essentially, once they're dirty cops, that's when kind of just, put 2 + 2 = 4.
Nah, definitely, bro. Like, it's crazy because, like, the way Kanan asked him, it's like he told them that they asked him, who do you think did it? I don't know how, like you said, we don't know. I don't know how Kanan didn't pick up on that, because if Kanan had it in his head that it was them, then they know he wouldn't be asking them. But the fact that he is asking them, that shows them that he doesn't know who did it, but he has. They just wanted to like, they wanted to pick his brain a little bit, like when he asked them that question.
No, and they're kids. I mean, not kids, but Kanan is a kid basically. You know what I mean? He's still someone that can be manipulated by old heads like Snaps and Pops and other people in the game. So basically, like I said, this is raising Kanan. It's raising Kanan, remember? So
yep.
Okay.
So we're still, it's like we're raising him ourselves.
Exactly, we're seeing through the eyes of people who are raising him, from Rock, Marvin, Lou, Snaps, Pops, all of them. And basically, then next scene's kind of interesting. It's oh man, Marvin early link up, and then basically straight to the point. Early's like, yeah, I took care of him, and that dude out in Howard Beach. Stefano's a made man in the mafia, and because Marvin gave him the okay to handle it, it's like, oh,
bruh, and it's crazy because Marvin didn't even say it like that. All he said was, "I don't care what you do, just make sure you handle it." That doesn't mean kill him.
Name to a street dude like early, you know what I mean? Like that's how it comes off. And he was like, "Yeah, me and my cousin Londell took care of that shit." He's like, "Londell, your cousin, the one who got too big of a mouth, and he told everybody to hit that check cashing spot." I was like, he had to do some time because he told on himself. So, and it's just funny because when Marvin told Rock about that, Rock said the same thing. He's like, the nigga couldn't keep his mouth shut, that's why he got locked up. I was like, god damn, Londell definitely has to have a big ass mouth, bro. Ain't no way.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, this guy Marvin, I mean, he should have probably been more clear with Early, but at the end of the day, Early just doesn't know how to listen to instructions.
He tried to follow him as close as he can, right?
Yeah, because Marvin would have just said take him out if he wanted him out, but he didn't say that. He just said just try to get it from him just any way you can. But I don't know, Early took that. He took what Marvin said and he just, he did it by any means. But yeah, it's just crazy.
And basically Juke pulls up to OC's crib or his parents' house, whatever you want to say, and basically the OC's brother pulls up and basically getting handsy with Juke, and basically she drops him pretty easily and then just kind of leaves. You know what I mean? She's just trying to find OC, but I guess she couldn't, so there's that, right? She just kind of left. Nothing really happened. Everyone on Reddit said that was Breeze.
Yeah, I seen that too. But then when they said it was OC's family member, I said, it's probably not him. But he got really handsy with Jukebox, man. And we saw Juke, she didn't like that. She just, she showed him what she's capable of. And we're seeing flashes of Juke going crazy. It's coming.
Coming soon to a theater near you. And I mean, yeah, basically just Jukebox is going to be Power OG Jukebox by the end of season 5, I believe. I mean, we might see it for sure mid-season when she takes out Snaps and Pops, probably. You never know. That's from everyone's theories, but who knows, right? But, well, imagine she's, oh man, giving her the main kill is kind of crazy, but...
That'd be crazy.
But basically, David and Rock kind of have to link up about the trucking stuff, but David's still being a silly goose. That's why that dude's like high 24/7, and I don't know. Hopefully he, does something beneficial, but he's just a goof.
Bro, that guy, he's just not in the right state of mind. We saw what happened to his family.
No, yeah, his mom's dead, his brother's dead. It's just him. Honestly, his brother, was the more reasonable one, the man who was actually understanding of business and serious. But David was just all about the money and greed and drugs.
Yeah, silly guy.
But yeah, basically, Snaps and Pops meet with Pickett and Wiley, who are the two dirty cops who put Famous down, and basically, Snaps makes a good point that's like, yo, apparently this guy you clipped who could have came back to us in business was very, very good friends with this guy we're trying to work with. So we need you to shut this shit down ASAP. And they're basically just like, yeah, we'll figure out what he knows, blah 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 blah. And yeah, at least we know just two random ass cops, so we know they're gonna be in season 5 for sure. You know what I mean? Ain't no way that they're just gonna be one-off characters. You know what I mean? I mean, I would just hope so. At least, you know, we always in Power. We want that get back, right? We want people to get that get back. So we gotta figure out more soon. But if anything, those two cops gotta be put down.
No, fact. And it's crazy how
If anything, yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
no, it's crazy how that scene was like the moment we found out Snaps and Pops officially like took out Famous, like by hiring those police officers, which is a shocker. It's like, damn, it's like they had us thinking it was Rock or Marvin or whatever, but man, it's good to know that it wasn't anybody in Kanan's family. So, you know, like us finding out it was Snaps and Pops, it's just like, wow. It's like they do got cops on their payroll. It's like Kanan should have seen that coming.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, when it comes to Power, we're gonna see something happen soon. We're gonna see some vengeance possibly down the road, and I mean, who knows? Snaps and Pops might just offer the kill to Kane. Like, yeah, these two cops killed Famous. We have him right here for you. Go get him. You know what I mean? That kind of deal. So that could be something that'd be a little swerve just to keep maintain their power. But basically, Phil Russo kind of has a meeting with Unique in a way where he tells him he's just his business is impacted. He's not affected by Rock. He's not trying to take anything from Rock. He just wants the money that Unique owes him, and that's it. Anything that happens to Unique in terms of losing his supplier or whatever like that, Connect, that's on him, but his money stays the same. So, just like a mob boss, you know what I mean? You know, your money stays the same. Everything that kicks up to him stays, you know what I mean? So, it's
he doesn't really care about what he got going on with Rock, as long as he gets his money.
Yeah, as long as he gets his money, really, that's all that matters. He doesn't care, you know what I mean? He offered his resources, and now Unique has to pay it back, and we'll see how that goes. I mean, he's kind of teasing something big there between them, but basically, Lou then meets with Kenyatta, and you know Lou, he's passive as hell, but now he's just like being he's kind of being pushed a little bit by Kenyatta, thinking like you sold your soul to the white, go make that music, do this and that, you know, you're no longer men of like a black man, basically is what he said. And Lou just walked out, held his head up high, and was like, all right, I'll see you. You know what I mean? He kept that look, kept that energy.
He did. He was so calm with Kenyatta, and then you saw Julius behind Kenyatta. They were just pretty much just downing Lou. You know, you're not like that anymore. You turned into like a wussy. You know, you don't got no muscle. Saying all this bullshit, and you know, Lou is just smiling. You know, he's like, okay, yep. You know, so they done messed with the wrong one.
Yeah, they definitely made a mistake there, but you know, it's kind of teasing something down the road. And at this point, basically, Unique pulls up to Snaps and Pops, saying he can try to broker peace between Stefano and Russo, creating less problems and more cash flow. And now they're open to the offer too, because Snaps and Pops like the idea of, well, I mean, at the end of the day, Unique, just like his brother Ronnie, they're players in the game. They know how to make money, and they can make money for Snaps and Pops easily. So Snaps and Pops, being the retired people, Snaps and Pops are in a great position, by the way. They just gotta kick back and use their resources and connections, give it to the people they're trying to school, and get their money from them for life.
Yeah. They're trying to stay in the background.
Exactly. But next thing up, basically, nothing really too big of a thing, but Rock and Juke are just packing clothes that belong to Rock's mom, and in this case, basically just, I don't know, just missing her mom after killing her, basically. So that's interesting. But yeah, Stefano basically talks to Marvin, and now I think Stefano knows in a way, because he's just basically watching Marvin's nervousness whenever he asks him about, you ever find out about my friend in Howard Beach and stuff, and basically there's that.
It's crazy because before he even knew anything, the way Stefano, like you said, the way Stefano was talking to him, it looked like he knew something. It looked like he knew Marvin was hiding something, or just not being completely honest with them, because Stefano never makes that face that he made to him.
He just wanted a confession. He's like, "Are you sure?" You know what I mean? There's nothing, you know what I mean? Gave him that like, I know. I know the answer. I just want to hear it from you, type of deal. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things that kind of worries the viewer, us as people who care about Marvin. But basically, OC's found dead in a garbage truck.
That's just sad.
That's stupid of Unique's crew. Those New Jersey niggas are sloppy. Remember he told them to get rid of it?
Yeah.
New Jersey, bro. All they care about is dropping bodies left and right. But yeah, once that happens, I mean, that's all in public news essentially that Kanan knows, everyone knows, found out about OC's. You know, Kanan goes back to OC's family's crib and kind of mourns. Everyone's mourning there. I like how Kanan's crew, by the way, are the same people from, I think, season 3, the bike couriers.
Season 2, season 3, I think.
Yeah, season 2 and 3, because they're the bike couriers, I remember. Especially 2 of them that just straight up said, "Oh, we want to make money with you, though." I was like, nah, go with Paul real quick. There'll be work later. You know what I mean? I remember one of the dudes was like that, so. That's cool, though. But yeah, they're mourning that. And basically, this is interesting now. It's where things get really serious. Kanan tells Crystal to go home because things are getting dangerous. It's kind of similar to Unique moving his Pernessa and I think Jerome, their son, right? Out of the area, I guess, per se, and keeping them on the outskirts, kind of keep them safe. And basically, you know, she's basically on the way out, and Marvin will love him to death. He clips Mondell. Then I think we've talked about this before. It's the same image that everyone thought it was Marvin killing Fame, and everyone ran with that until this episode.
Yeah, until we saw that wasn't even that was Londell. That was Londell's ear. That's which is crazy because he resembles Famous a lot.
Yeah, that is the hair and the coat. The jacket represents something that could have been Fame.
Like a close up look. They definitely look alike when it comes to their features. So, man, it's good to see. It's just good to see that it wasn't Marvin that took out Famous.
And basically, a few things, like I said, to round out the power does this to round out the episode. Usually, a lot of stuff kind of happen. Garcia steps back into the fold, you know, to kind of mix it up with Juke, try to talk with her, get more information on anything. Ronnie, Malcolm, Fame, because remember, at the end of the day, Burke did put in a good work for Juke, I'm assuming, to Garcia and saying, yeah, this girl helped me, you know, gave me information until that helped, you know, that kind of deal. And Garcia's just trying to capitalize on that. And while that's going on, Birilla and Lou, you know, going back to the studio, making that music. And that's basically when we know Kenyatta and them are all chilling outside the studio, waiting.
Yeah, they posted out, and you saw when they were walking to the studio, this guy, Lou, was a little upset. He said, "You are dumb, you fucked all this up." And then Birilla was pretty much just igniting that fire inside Lou. He said, "The Lou I heard." Soft. Yeah, he said, "You gone soft, bro. The Lou I used to hear about, if Kenyatta seen you, he would have had a big problem." Like, he's really just trying to wake him up. And then we see Lou, he just passes it, you know, he's just like, whatever. So they go inside the studio, and yeah, Kenyatta and his guy, they're just posted up. They're just waiting for them to come out.
But yeah, basically, Crystal stops by Rock's crib, tries to say, you know, Kanan loves you, build your relationship, all that stuff, because it's all going downhill soon. And as she gets on the bus, we see those damn cops picking and Wiley say, "Hey, you gotta come with us." And then they dip out, and then basically, you know, we don't know where she's going at this point, but based on the trailer, obviously she's held somewhere. That's 100% fact. And then once that's all wrapped up, you know, we know Crystal's taken somewhere. Garcia's trying to get more info from Juke. Kanan's pissed that everything's falling apart. Lulu with the line perfect that matches it. Jamba, nigga. Pow, pow. And just clips Kenyatta and Julius through the window. Kenyatta steps out, crawling. And then Lou just pulls out the strap and shoots him again. And Lou's back. And it's lit. And I just love how I remember Reddit blew the fuck up when this episode dropped and the trailer just showed Crystal being kidnapped. Like, oh, what is she doing to my... What are they doing? coming through the door, and we're like, it's Garcia or it's Baptiste, and basically we just have to find out on the next episode. Because yeah, 408 was kind of nice. I liked it. It was basically the setup for 409, as usual power episodes are. But yeah, that basically concludes the episode of 408. And in terms of that concludes this episode. We'll get straight to you guys on episode 409. Thanks and have a nice day.